Big win for the Bucks. We've got Rachaad White popping by the show. Love that. Deebo Samuel, you know him, you love him. He had 2 touchdowns again. Like what is it? He's working on the record. Every time it comes on the show, there's another record to talk about. He is stopping by like he does every Tuesday. Hit the comments, guys, with questions for him. And we're trying to swing Shady McCoy. Shady might hit the Zoom link. He might stop by to talk about his Eagles, or he might be afraid to after last night. Efforting LeSean McCoy, Bueller. We do have Rachaad White on the show. We love that we've got Deebo. A lot of guests, a lot of fun here, and a interesting playoff picture vibe to the conclusion to week 15. It ended bit of a bang last night, guys. Drew Lock, Mizzou, my former Mizzou quarterback. What a thing! It was a 10-play, 92-yard drive, leading the Seahawks to a stunner over the Eagles. Unless you've been paying attention to what's been going on with the Eagles, then it's not that shocking. Let's be honest, and we'll get to that hopefully with LeSean McCoy. If not, we'll handle it on our own. I mean, when you look at this throw from Drew Lock, you're staring at it right now. 28 seconds to go. Okay, and so you saw that. I mean, they're all celebrating. It's all great. He's so happy. Look at him go. Look at Gino. He's excited. The extension grab, the full thing from the rookie friend of the show, Jackson Smith-Njigba. What a moment in Seattle as the Hawks steal one from Philly, and it shakes up the playoff picture, which I like. It's like a snow globe. 'Tis the season, right? Take the playoff picture, shake it up, and here we go. The Seahawks still on the outside looking in. The win pulls them into a tie with who? The Vikings and Rams, of course. Who told you the Rams would be running into the playoffs with Kyron Williams? We did. Those are there's a tie for the final 2 spots in the wild card, and it snaps a 4-game skid, by the way. The Eagles' 3rd straight loss drops them back into 2nd place in the NFC East, and they still would win the division if they beat the Giants twice and the Cardinals, which is doable. Or is it? We'll talk about it. Seattle, they get the love this morning because the win is as clutch as it gets. They lose this one, the season's over. It's done. They're shipping their cars home, like Nate Burleson would say. They're all but planning their vacations, whatever. After falling behind 10-zip, backs against the wall, it wasn't just one person. The entire team turned it on. Kenneth Walker, we talk about him a lot. Incredible, over 100 yards. The touchdown you're looking at right now. DK came alive on the final drive to move Seattle all the way down the field. Drew Lock made huge throws, and Julian Love's 2 interceptions helped seal the deal. Team win. You love to see it. And Seattle now stays in the mix in the NFC, everybody. And it's the Titans, it's the Cardinals, it's the Steelers. That's who they've got left on the schedule. You think they have a chance of getting in? I do. I think they could do it if they keep winning like this. And Pete Carroll, I'd like to see it. Now for the Eagles, and I hope we dig in with this, into this with LeSean a little bit later. This team, you know, and I said it a couple times this year when they were winning games in weird ways. I said, this team doesn't look like the Super Bowl team, and it's great. It's showing different grit, resilience, whatever. They're finding different ways to get done. But now it's officially a scary thing. It's officially bad because this does not even closely resemble anything. Jalen Hurts, if you he's the turnover king right now. I don't get it. He's tied for the league lead with 17. That's double what he had last year, more than double. He had 8 last year, guys. So you have to wonder what's going on here. Is it if you're making a pie chart like 6th grade vibes, is how much of it's the injuries and what affected things? How much of it is, the Brian Johnson effect or the toll or all of that? How much of it is losing the Super Bowl last year, and how much maybe that affected this team on their campaign to try to get there again and win it this time? Either way, Jalen's making some weird, uncharacteristic, but critical mistakes over this 3-game losing streak. I can't believe they have a 3-game losing streak. Marissa must be losing her mind back there in LA. Now, the run game, where's the run game? Why isn't that gotten going? The defense, okay, we'll give it to them. They looked better last night, but they imploded with the game on the line too at the end. How do you let Drew Lock put that together? Things are not positive right now for the Eagles. Maybe Shady joins us and maybe he has some positivity. For the Niners, I think Deebo isn't going to come on the show dancing today with a huge leg up for the 1 seed, thanks to the Eagles losing. Let's take a second here to talk about these Niners, shall we? I didn't get a chance to fully dig into them because we just have too many great guests to talk to that I can't really wax poetically on everything I'd like to. I feel like there's a lot of arguing over It's like embarrassment of riches stuff. Who deserves credit? And it's sort of overshadowing what the team and these players are doing right now. And if you go start with McCaffrey, everybody like mentions his name, but nobody talks about it. He put up 187 yards, 3 touchdowns, right, in this win over the Cardinals. And he's joined some real rare air in the process. That performance puts him over 1,800 total yards, 20 touchdowns on the year. We're talking the Tomlinsons. We're talking the Priest Holmes, the Marshall Faulks, the Emmitt Smiths, the Eric Dickersons people. That makes him the 9th player in NFL history to hit both of those marks in the first 14 games of the season. I mean, look at the list. 6 of them are Hall of Famers. This is the elite of the elite. And he's doing it in an era where these feature backs are fewer and farther between. They don't really exist. They're like the unicorn. They're extinct or at least endangered, right? If he keeps up this pace, this is going to be one of the best running back seasons we've seen in the history of the NFL. I can't remember who called him Darren Sproles called, or Delaney Walker called him the Great White Hope yesterday. That's what he said. And we'll get to that with Shady. We'll get to that with our guy Deebo. Of course, this is one of the best running back seasons we've seen in the history of the NFL. We got to give that some separate love. And then on to Brock Purdy, of course, 17 touchdowns, 2 picks, guys, over the last 6 games. That's moved him into rare air. We just want to give you guys the historical context because we're sick pups about that stuff on the show. Brock passed undefeated 07 Tom Brady on a single season passer rating list, okay? He's now the 4th highest rated we've ever seen in NFL history. And if he keeps playing the way he's played over the past 6 weeks, he's going to have a legit shot to catch Rodgers at the top. So we're talking about someone who's objectively putting together one of the greatest statistical seasons we've ever seen at the quarterback spot. Deebo is historic as well. We've seen him and we'll talk to him in a bit. The defense has rebounded. They're now up to number 2 as far as scoring defense in the league. The point is, these 2023 Niners people, they are really, we can argue. Why argue? Just enjoy all of it. Like, just be happy about it. They are as special as any team, which of course puts the insane, immense amount of pressure on a guy like Kyle Shanahan's shoulders, on John Lynch's shoulders, guys. Like Kyle Shanahan, I think about him in these big spots, get to the Super Bowl. He left his backpack with this, his play calls and his play, all these things. This can't happen. There's no reason that this team won't go and win the Super Bowl. They better go and win the Super Bowl. Like, I've never witnessed a special team like this, truly, that I've gotten to cover in my time covering the NFL. And I'm not about fighting about who deserves credit for it. Like, they all deserve the credit. Dish it out, send the love notes, send the, whatever, it's all incredible. Okay, we'll talk more about what happened last night. We've got Rachaad White on the show. Very excited about that. Last time we talked to Rachaad was in, I think May, and I was asking him, Kyle Trask, is he winning the starting gig? And then Baker Mayfield did what he just did. So we're going to talk to Rachaad White about that. Deebo joining us in a little bit. Thanks for watching, guys. It's Up and Adams. No, I'm okay. But maybe I'll look at some of the comments. Let me get the cat sent over to the chat link. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Let's see what we got here. Do the Eagles sit? Playoff hopes alive for the Seahawks. The Eagles play calling baffled you last night, Ryan. I know. I don't know the Brian Johnson thing we were talking about in the morning meeting. I don't know if it's, I don't know what I don't know if you guys watched Christian McCaffrey on the Manning cast. We talked about it this morning. Like, is it an indictment? If so, how big of an indictment is it that he's sitting there on the couch calling the plays? As uncomplicated as they were before they were happening. Is that, Christian McCaffrey MVP savant? Maybe. Is it watered down play calling? Sure. Or plays. Imagine being the Eagles and seeing 8 straight losses to Seattle against Pete Carroll. Then Pete Carroll can turn around and see all of his losses to Deebo and the Niners. And so it's, it's the circle of life in the NFL, guys. How is Marissa doing? Marissa said it's the play calling. Oh gosh, Marissa must be going crazy. And then in the other corner, you have Hamilton, who's like Mr. Mizzou, probably just like doing laps about Drew Lock. Purdy game manager. Somebody block Benny Mac off the chat with that trash emoji. Benny Mac, I don't want you to follow us. Goodbye, Benny. CMC was hilarious in the Manning cast. I saw a bunch of it. I didn't get to see all of it, unfortunately. Hi. Why can't they establish the run? What is going on? And then I was thinking about how the Buffalo Bills are now running. Why couldn't they establish the run with Zach Moss and Devin Singletary for the past? What is James Cook that much better? We're going to get into it. Maybe LeSean will join us. We're waiting to see. You guys are funny. Hi. You don't know Patricia was still in the league. You got to watch the show. Really good hair day. What?
Mayfield, he's got White at the 10, 5, touchdown! Rachaad White! Second touchdown of the day for Baker Mayfield, and the Bucs have silenced this Lambeau crowd.
Coincidence? Let's talk about it. 3-game win streak for the Buccaneers. You have Rachaad White in his second year with the Buccaneers, with over 100 scrimmage yards and a touchdown in each game of that current 3-game win streak. Rachaad, is that a coincidence?
I don't know. It is something to it, though, isn't it?
There's
something.
There's a lot. It seems like there's a little something to it. Good to see you. I haven't talked to you since before the season. And are you tired? Because you're on pace for over 1,500 yards this season, my friend.
Am I tired? No, I feel like I'm just getting started. No, I'm blessed though.
Yeah, what's working so well for you right now? What is clicking?
Honestly, everything about our team has been clicking. And us just, the past few weeks, and I mean even weeks before that though, just us getting in the rhythm, wanting to be better, wanting to get better on offense, wanting to put drives together, complete drives, and wanting to get our run game going. And it's just that time of the year. I mean, it's the grind out games and things like that where you need to be able to run the ball this time of the season and play good defense. And we just been putting it together.
Are you sending some sort of a Christmas or holiday gift to Joe Barry in Green Bay for what you did in his backyard? 89 yards rushing, 50 yards receiving, a touchdown. Like, are you sending him like I don't know, like a snow globe or something?
No. I'll leave that to Bake. I let Bake send the present. Me, I'm just trying to move on to this week and and move on to this game we got coming up.
Oh no, we gotta live in the moment a little bit. What was it like going into Lambeau and dishing out a blowout of the Packers?
It was for sure different for me, but I like going into the cities like that, and you riding through like the neighborhoods of the cities, and you seeing all the people tailgating their front line and things like that, and you just seeing how they reacting. You get different signals and different things from all over the place. Some people give you middle fingers, some people give you thumbs down.
Packers fans are so nice. They're like, park on my lawn. Here's a beer. Use my bathroom. You got a couple middle fingers from Packers fans. Wow.
Yeah. But some of them was cool too, though. Like some of them was waving. You just got different kind of reactions. So it was good though, just experiencing that experience. The weather obviously was a huge difference, but we weathered that storm for sure.
Yeah. Rachaad, congrats on such a great year. Truly. Third among running backs, over 1,300 yards, second only to Christian McCaffrey, who's getting the MVP love. This offseason, let's just be honest about this. This Bucs organization, they had a choice of what to do at running back. What does it mean to you that they really said, Rachaad White's our guy, we're not adding anybody, he's the lead dog, and you've delivered big time?
It just meant a lot. Of course, obviously, just having the trust from the man's upstairs and the heads upstairs, and for them to believe in me and see this in myself. I already seen it in myself, and it's just been an awesome, like you say, year coming along strong. The year didn't start out how I wanted it to, but that's why in life, you just gotta trust the process and really enjoy the journey, and just keep fighting and crawling to the end. So it's just been amazing to see. And I'm still climbing. I'm still climbing.
I know that's true, and I appreciate the patience. I would like to know the moment that something switched for you. What what led to that? You weren't happy with it, you weren't whatever, and then something. What happened?
Honestly, I would just stay in the course. To be honest with you, I don't even know. I mean, I think the game that for me to that everything just changed around. I think was the first time we played Atlanta, and I believe I had like I didn't have the best rushing game. And Atlanta had a good rushing defense. And I just figured out other ways to be effective when I touched the ball. And I think I had like 7 catches for like 70 some yards or so, and averaging 10 or so plus yards a catch. And after that, it was just I was just been rolling since, you know. And obviously they talk about it, confidence and just swag and things like that play a huge part in this league. And it just been I've been rolling ever since.
Well, confidence and swag brings me to your quarterback, Mr. Baker Mayfield. And by the way, during your game against the Falcons, the cameras caught your quarterback on the sideline, Rachaad. Have you seen this? I'm sure you have.
I tell you, on the football! Right! Keep this going!
Yeah, I see that.
Can we tell him to not? What are we doing? What are we doing here?
I don't know, man. He got obviously he got a hard head up there on them shoulders. So, he like to headbutt a lot. I just make sure I know. I mean, I know it's going to come. So I move out the way. We told Nick he got to be, faster than that. But yeah, Bake, he just a competitor, man. And he plays with a lot of passion, a lot of enthusiasm. And like you said, juice. And he got a lot of confidence and swag and belief in himself. And obviously a bunch of the guys on our offense and on our team in general have that. So we just been stacking, and that's all you can do and ask for.
I think it's crazy that last time I talked to you was literally May, and I was asking you about Kyle Trask versus Baker Mayfield as the true quarterback competition everyone should have their eyes on in the NFL. And he just put up a perfect passer rating, the only perfect passer rating of week 15. And he threw for almost 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. Can you ever believe that was a conversation?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I could believe that it was. I mean, KT, he was doing his thing at training camp, and yeah, he's putting up a great fight, and he still get better. And him and Bake got a good relationship and things like that. So yeah, I could believe. But obviously Bake is, Bake is Bake, and he been around, and obviously his experience plays a huge part and a huge factor in what he do. And like you said, the first perfect passer rating ever in Lambeau. With him, that is just amazing to see all his hard work, come to fruition.
So I've seen your chemistry sort of develop with him over the season. It's been really incredible, especially, I mean, that touchdown, the Falcons touchdown, it was all really fun to watch. If I was to enter an undrafted, I would obviously be undrafted running back, enter that locker room, and you wanted to give me advice on how to develop chemistry with Baker Mayfield, what advice would you give me as you laugh at me being a running back? What advice would you give me? And not like this is how you build chemistry with this quarterback.
Honestly, I'll just say the biggest thing when it comes to chemistry, obviously, is communication. So just talking, just being on the same page, and obviously just hanging out. You joke and you laugh, and you just enjoy the moment and the time that you guys have together, regardless what you do. And then you do other things outside of that, like it's all kinds of things that we do out the season. Certain players, galas, and things like that, we all show up to, and then you just have a good time there. You just keep talking. So obviously, that's huge, just communication. And then on the field, just like I said, being on the same page. And trust is a big thing. So, whenever the ball come your way or whenever the opportunity presents itself in life, you got to, take full advantage of it no matter, what it looks like. So I think that's the biggest thing for a quarterback. And, whatever you undrafted, running back or your receiver, is just trust. And, that's going to take you a long way with them.
My producer, Brian, came up with a little game we're going to play. It's something we're calling Casting the Bucksmith Spectacular. Okay, we're going to hit Hollywood here for a second. I'm going to describe a Hollywood character, famous one, or not a Hollywood character, like a holiday character. And you tell me who in that Bucs locker room, which one of your teammates or coaches fits this best. Let's start with Rudolph. Now, Rudolph is the leader, not super loud, not boisterous. He's about his business, but he's sort of the guiding light. Who's that in your locker room?
Levante.
Yeah.
Levante
now, how's
David.
he doing? Is he talking about his future?
Nah, he don't talk about his future, but he been preaching a lot to the team lately, and just taking advantage of what we got moving forward, and the time we got left guaranteed. So he talks about a lot. He don't worry about things like the future and things that he can't control right now. He like you said, he likes to stay in the present, stay in the moment, and he been talking a lot and getting this right.
Yeah, he's the best, and he's still crushing it. It's insane. Buddy the Elf, okay? Will Ferrell's famous character. So who's super happy, always in a good mood, a lot of fun, positivity?
I have to say Robert Hainsey, like my center.
Okay.
He always in a good mood. I never seen him in a bad mood. He just always super happy, super talkative, like Will Ferrell.
At that position, I would be so annoyed. I would be mad all the time, but he's not. Okay, I love that. How about Saint Nick Santa Claus? Who's the one checking guys for the naughty or nice list? Who's going to hand out the best presents?
Who's gonna hand out the best presents? Honestly, I have to say Santa Claus. I give it to Mike. Mike just, the time he has been in the league and what he has done, and he just makes sure everybody make sure everybody doing what they need to do to get on the nice list and not be on the naughty. So I say Mike.
Does it bother y'all? Do you guys even talk about it? How he doesn't get talked about enough? Future Hall of Famer. Mike Evans. I don't get it. I'll never understand why he doesn't get talked about in any conversation as much as he should.
Yeah, I don't really get it either. I mean, I watch him, and then I also watch, like you said, Levante too. Just what they have did, and you put up their career stats, and to some of the best of them that has the gold jacket. It's amazing because it's right there eye to eye. And then obviously Mike just being legendary of what he has done over the past 10 years. Man, it's like no one else has done it. Man, it's just amazing to see since he's been in the league, and just to see him keep going. I think he got so much still left in him as a young guy, just watching him out there every day. It's that's amazing to see.
Rachaad, who do you learn the most from in that locker room? What a fun locker room to be in.
Who do I learn the most from? I'll have to say I'm most annoying. I'm like a little brother, like the annoying little brother. I have to say to Mike for sure. Levante, I'm annoying too. But I'm like the high head little brother. So Tristan, that they all gotta keep me level headed. I get out there on the field and I'm the guy that's gonna probably get the penalty or get the flag for doing something that shouldn't be done, something not smart. So I say I'm annoying to them three guys for sure.
What are you annoying to Tristan about? That's hilarious.
Just because I'm a high head, and then just because I always bother him. I always just doing something to him, whispering something in his ear, or just something goofy, doing something goofy to him. And then I just like I said, I just be a high head sometimes. So he always gotta grab me and hold me back. It could be with the refs, it could be with another player on another team. It just could be wherever. He just always I know I'm like a little pit bull. He gotta be hold on, come on back over here.
I think we got to make a holiday movie about this in that locker room. Last one, Grinch. Tough guy. The guy who's most likely to mess with you guys, pull pranks, that kind of thing. Who's the Grinch?
It's crazy. People not gonna believe me when I say this, but I get a Grinch to Coach Bowles, man. It's just you can just see it all on his face.
No, he's not the Grinch.
Yes, he is. His reactions to things and just yes, he tells jokes and he cracks jokes on you all the time. And yes, he do things like pranks, and it's just yeah. And then you think it's really funny, comical, but you kind of don't know if it's are you serious? Or are you playing? Is this it's the Grinch to me? Coach Bowles is the Grinch.
I guess maybe it takes a Grinch, a Rudolph, a Saint Nick, whatever, to get y'all in the playoffs, because you were in a tie with the Saints at the top of the NFC South. There's 3 games left. You got the Jags. You got to take on the Saints again. You got to take on the Falcons again. What are you most focused on personally with getting that done to win the division and get into the playoffs?
Personally, I'm just most focused on, for me, just doing my job, going out there, doing my job, seeing the guys see me give my all and bringing that juice. Like I said, the same thing, that passion, that swagger, and having it rub off on the rest of the team. But yeah, obviously the Jaguars is our next game coming up on Sunday, and that's the most important, because obviously that's the next game. So for sure, we in reality, speaking truth and what we believe, we want to win out, and we're gonna do everything in our power we can to keep fighting and keep crawling and keep scratching to win out.
You're going to bring the swagger but you're just no penalties.
Yeah, just not penalties, but that's good. That's why I got like, I got big brothers on the team, so they make sure they right when I'm about to get it, they grab me up like, come on, let's go home. Street lights out.
And we love to see it. Good luck to you. Congrats. Honestly, one of the hottest seasons of any running back. So congratulations. Keep it going. And maybe we'll see you in the playoffs.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Appreciate you. Always great to see you, Rachaad White. We have Deebo Samuel on the show right after this break. I feel like every time he comes on, we're congratulating him on something else. We got more touchdowns. We got a new record, I believe. Deebo. Next. I need to figure this out. Oh. Okay. Oh my gosh, my hair is just gonna look like this. Let me tell you this, no hair and makeup is really the way to go. I'm very into this. Okay. Deebo. How's LeSean looking? Take it as a not great. Not, I can hear you. Oh, he's great. I think LeSean just likes to sleep. Yeah, if I remember correctly, those Good Morning Football mornings were not easy. When's Richard out till? And he's back Monday. Okay, great. Good to know. Oh, yeah. Christmas. I mean, this company with this new record is unreal. Let's do it.
You ain't on the team, what? Do you like Deebo? Man, I'm big. I'm bad.
Deebo Samuel to full race. My goodness.
I won't quit. Keep on grinding.
And he makes the catch.
Man, I'm big.
All-pro receiver, future Super Bowl champion, because there's nothing stopping this Niners team. Deebo Samuel, welcome to the show. Good to see you. I feel like every time you're here, I have a new record to congratulate you on. Do you know that you have a new one?
No, I don't. I actually don't, for real.
Deebo, you were the 12th. Get this. I hope this gets you excited. You're the 12th receiver, 12th in NFL history with 7 touchdowns in a 3-game span. Do you see the legends that are on this list? Note the Hall of Famers.
That's a lot of good company right there. Yeah, that's just crazy. I ain't know nothing about it or anything along those lines, but just looking at the names on that list, like, it's just crazy company around there.
Randy Moss, T.O., Jerry Rice, Sterling. Man. Pretty good. I mean, those are Hall of Famers. That's the goal, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's foreshadowing. And by the way, so many Niners legends on that, which is amazing. So the most touchdowns, 7 in a 3-game span. Speaking of those, let's go through them. Your 2 scores could not have been more different, my friend. Let's talk me through this first one. I mean, you were wide open. I don't get how this happens.
What's so crazy? We watching tape. Why my stuff looks so blurry? But we were watching film all week on, certain stuff that we can do. And Kyle put this play in, and during the week, I'm like, bro, like it's wide open in practice. So I'm like, in the game, like no way this is gonna be like this wide open. And came around and nobody paid attention, and obviously it was wide open, which is crazy.
Well, they completely sell out to stop the run, even with CMC out of the game. So that's that, and that's what happened. And you're just sipping your coffee like it's like another day of business here. No big problem here. No one trailing you. The second touchdown is a little more interesting because you were talking about Brock Purdy last week, dot after dot after dot. What'd you make of this one?
Yeah. Here you put the ball only where I can catch it. As you see, it was good coverage and put the ball on the back shoulder. And, as a receiver, you got to play it slow and don't allow the DB know that the ball is being thrown in the back shoulder. And as soon as I turned around, like, that was one hell of a ball by Brock.
Well, I feel like, he knows he has you one-on-one before the ball's even snapped. And then this play, to me, was like ultimate trust between you and Brock, ultimate chemistry.
Yeah. All year long in camp and stuff like that, we work on deep balls. And so just to see, what I'm saying, we hitting a few as the year go on. It's just, what I'm saying, kind of like I said last week, it's not only are you just covering in the middle of the field, it's like you got to cover the whole field now because you never know what Brock's going to do when you got the ball in his hands.
Yeah, we've talked a lot with you about you and like all these records and all this amazingness. We've talked about CMC and Trent and Kittle and Ayuk. We haven't given love to Mr. Ward. Should we give love to him? 2 interceptions against the Cardinals. One being his first career pick 6. He practiced catching balls from Sam Darnold this week to help prepare catching picks. Is that true?
Man, that boy do everything possible to turn them PBUs into picks. And we was talking early on in the game. Early on before the game started, bro. And I'm like, yo, like I need to see you catch one of these and take it like 90. And man, when I seen that boy catch that ball, it looked like I was catching the screen and just running behind Trent and the boys, how fast he was running through there.
It's amazing. I feel like he's like the one person we haven't given love to. I also think like there's all this talent on this team. We can talk Shanahan or whatever. There's something that's going on, whether it's like, obviously you guys have the music and you have the fun. And I think Trent is a big part of establishing sort of the fair balance of fun on this team, because like it's not like outside of those Patriots teams, I feel like all Super Bowl teams have the perfect injection of like the Eagles dog masks or something that's like carrying them. Like y'all have all the talent, but you haven't won it, so you still have the chip on your shoulder. It's like the perfect balance of OGs and young feisty players. Like, do you think that's true? Does it feel that way?
Oh, what's so crazy? You was talking about like the mask and the music and stuff. I just think that's just what we do. And like I said to you like a couple weeks ago, is like, we always been there. We always been right at the door. And like, what is it going to take for us to get over that hump? And, we always had that taste in our mouth, like, bro, like, what is it? What is it? And like, as we continue to stack these days, stack these games, stack these wins, we still not playing to our best potential and still leaving stuff out there on the field. And that's things that neither you know or people out there know. It's just like within the building, like things that we know we have to work on for. It's like just little things of one block here with Spring Christian free probably like 3-4 more times, or a block here with got Brock a little bit more time in the pocket to throw another ball. It's just like little things like that.
Who said, is that okay? But do y'all really let yourselves celebrate the wins and then you dig into this stuff that could improve you? Because that could be, at a certain point, you want the culture, I think, to be okay, but sure, we could have done a little bit better there, but we put up 45 points. Like, is that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Kyle's definitely going to celebrate the win, but at the end of the day, after celebrating, after he giving us a speech along the lines of how good we played and this is that and the third, he still lets us know like there's things that still need to be worked on, but we're going to enjoy the win. And when we go and watch tape, like we'll see and find out what he's been talking about.
Yeah. Your 2 favorite teams played last night, Deebo. the Seahawks, who you have part ownership stake in. Sorry, Seahawks fans, and the Eagles. What did you make? What stuck out? What stuck out to you about the game last night?
One, I played against Drew Lock in college for 5 years, and just seeing the way that he was able to throw the ball in and under pressure, like he was remaining the same, and how poised and calm like he was out there for us, making a throw here, even though like he threw DK a slant early in that drive, and that was a low ball because he was under a little bit of pressure, but you can tell he got a little frustrated then he come back and throw another one. And then you just see an amazing deep ball from Drew Lock to Jackson Smith and Jigla, and that was the ball.
How impressive was this? What was more impressive, the track down by JSN or the dime from Drew Lock?
As a receiver, that's a hard ball to track right there. And it's raining all hands, like that's a grab. But also that was a dot by Drew for sure.
You're giving love to the Seahawks. That means you woke up in a good mood this morning, right?
That was a good game right there, though. That was a good game.
Yeah, what'd you make of the Eagles side of things? That was pretty nice for you guys. A little leg up for your team. You slept there and do nothing.
It was it was good to see them lose, of course. But as the show go on, like we just got to continue to handle our end, do what we've been doing, and continue to stack these games wins, and we'll be right where we want to be.
Yeah, you make it look easy. You really do. Let's do the Deebo download now. These are some things going on, some things on your team, some things around the league that Marissa pulled. Trent Williams, I thought he was your BFF, but he and CMC had their own moment during a post-game presser. Look at this.
Robin Big.
Yeah, I invited my boy, if y'all don't mind. This is Robin Big. Robin Big. Just looking for meatball.
Like stuff like that. Like you'll never think like Trent have like that sense of humor if you just watch him play the game, and you see how joke and all the fun that he had with the team and just stuff like that. I think that was really fun.
And yeah, Robin Big looking for their meatball. Were you a little jealous they didn't invite you?
No, I had just got done. I had told them to. I said, "Well, y'all might as well go together, man. Go and get it over with so we can get on up out of here."
Here's what I want to know. I think people see Trent and he's like out there like either starting fights or getting in the middle of it. And then there's how prolific he is as one of the best players to ever play the game. And I truly believe that. And he's one of the most important players to that offense. How important is that levity he brings? Because he's just an OG. He's like a made man. He's good. How important is what that we just saw in that clip to the success of this team?
Man, if Trent can have fun, then everybody else think they can have fun. Because he's been in a while, and his first time making the playoffs is when he got to this team, and he explained that to us, and you can see like if Trent having fun and like it's a time and place for everything, then everybody else feel like they can do it. You know what I'm saying? With how good he is.
Yeah, I think it's underrated what he brings to that team as far as personality and letting people be themselves and allowing for some. I don't know this because I'm not in there, but what I see from these sort of clips and stuff, I think it's really, really important. Okay, let's move on to Mac Hollins. Did you see this? He walked into the rainy pregame tunnel barefoot, okay? Did you see this?
Yeah, I saw that. Cal Pitts' face tell it all. Like he was looking at him just like, bro, what are you doing? And just shaking his head. And like you see how Cal Pitts like, bro, what's going on? Like, I thought that was crazy.
Who's the most likely on your team to do something like this?
Nobody.
Nobody, not even really. I would say no Kittle. I feel like Kittle would be a barefoot guy.
Kittle got too many pair of shoes to do that. Kittle's a sneakerhead.
Did you? I don't know how you're feeling. Can we talk about T. Higgins? There we go with that. Let's talk about it. He had a crazy catch. You see?
Oh yeah, for sure. T, my dog.
Okay, good.
Like,
I never know, Deebo. Okay, so this just for the touchdown to send the game into overtime. What do you think?
Like that is nuts. That is insane. Like
why?
For him to catch that ball, I mean, as we know, T. Higgins got some real good hands, and the way he caught the ball and was able to still reach back with the awareness of where the goal line was, like that's nuts. Like T, you snap with that one.
What are you ranking this on a scale of 1 to 10?
That's a 10 for sure.
Is T a wide receiver 1 somewhere next year?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the way he's been playing, and I mean, like he's been consistent every time he's out there. Injuries happen, so I mean, you can't do too much about that. So I think he's been so consistent ever since he, been in the league and stepped out there and just been able to provide for his team.
All right, Deebo, you got a big game to prepare for this week. Christmas Day at home. By the way, did you do your shopping for Tyshawn yet?
No, we've been done with that.
You already done? What'd you get him?
All the toys that you'll buy to you.
Tyshawn's a lucky kid. I love that.
Yeah, and his birthday's 2 days after Christmas.
Oh, so we got to double up on everything. I love that for him.
He's got a dog. I bought him a dog.
What kind of dog?
A Frenchie Fluffy. I got him a dog game.
Can we meet it next week?
Probably if he's running around somewhere. Yeah.
What are we naming the dog?
Blue.
Oh yeah. My gosh, Blue and Tyshawn. This is my favorite.
BLU.
BLU. Okay, I like it. You guys have this big game. It's a big game. Ravens, right?
Yeah.
Both white seats. Shoot, this game after y'all don't ever stop. This is crazy. Listen, you've only played the Ravens once in your career. Last time you did, we know you trolled Lamar with a signature celebration. Let's just get into it. When I say Lamar Jackson now, what do you think?
Man, that man is playing out this world right now. We're like real talented, strong arm, like can play the game. Like Lamar is a guy. Like he has everything that you look for, and like just looking at him like week in and week out, like he always doing something amazing. It's just like shows how good he is at the game.
I was watching him against the Jags on Sunday night, and I was just, I couldn't, we had this MVP talk, and we're not going to get into it, but I was like, if you look at one play, and you've had him, CMC's had him, Brock's had him, Tyreek's had him, but those plays that he had against Jacksonville, I'm like, that is what is even happening?
That one play that he was just scrambling around, I'm just like, that's something. Like people say I do stuff that like you can't coach. Like that's something like you cannot coach or teach. Like that's just like awareness and like just God-given talent to be out there on the field.
You think this is a Super Bowl preview we're about to watch?
I have no idea. We just have to go out there and see.
We have somebody, if you'll allow, I think somebody wants to come and say hi and dap you up for a second. Hey, Shady, you here?
I can't hear you, bro.
Muted. Shady, wake up. You're muted.
Nah. Yeah. Deebo, what's up, man?
Bro, answer the phone when I call you, bro.
Hey, look, he called me at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm sleeping.
No,
don't worry about it. Look, and when we play y'all boys, I need my revenge. Yeah, we betting that thing back. Yeah.
All right, Kay, and you enjoy Shady today.
Oh, no. I thought Shady was going to play nice because Shady, you love Brock Purdy.
I like Brock Purdy, though. Brock Purdy's a good quarterback. I like Brock.
See, Shady a little different, like, type of person when he in person. And then when he on TV, like, you never know. So, like,
That's why they call it TV. You feel me? I've been giving y'all a lot of love. Y'all the best team in football right now. But right now, y'all the best team.
Deebo, his Eagles lost last night. Now's your chance. Let him have it.
Nah, we just keep it cordial right now.
See, in person, he's not like that.
Just pick up the phone.
Hey, Kay, in person, he's not like that in person, Kay.
Hey, just pick up the phone when I call you sometimes, bro. Like,
why didn't you answer the phone, LeSean?
He wasn't.
No, I just seen it. I'm gonna hit him up. That's my guy. I'm gonna hit him up.
One thing
I like about Deebo got that old school when I was playing, like, I say what I mean, I'm not taking it back, and then we get in that field, I'm gonna show you too. I like that.
Nobody backs it up like Deebo does. I'll say this, Deebo, this morning, my entire production staff is losing their minds because they have not heard from LeSean. They cannot find LeSean. LeSean's supposed to, and I go, me and Hamilton, we go, LeSean will be here. He's got an hour. LeSean's not.
That's not what they said. They was actually talking junk, bro. They was like, yeah, he want to sleep. He's sleeping. He's not getting up. They was really talking trash about you, bro.
Deebo. Wow.
Kay, trust me, she know better than that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
I know he'd be sleeping. All right, we're gonna talk to Shady. Deebo, we'll let you go. We'll talk to you after you beat the Ravens.
See ya.
And that'll be it. See you, Deebo. We'll be back with
That's a good
LeSean.
game.
Different on TV. What an indictment. Dun dun dun. We'll be back after this. I don't think I need 7 seconds. I'll be right back. Can you guys throw the slate up for me?
I've been talking about execution all year. Been on the same page. Everyone been on the same page, and we didn't execute. I don't think we're committed enough. Just got to turn it around. It's a challenge that we have to embrace. Just continue to see it through.
What do you mean by that, about being committed enough?
Commitment. I don't know that. I had a dictionary on me now. Excuse me. I don't know how else to say.
Okay, well, that's a downer. But to perk everyone up, and that's an Eagles fan around here, is my next guest, a two-time Super Bowl champion, 6-time Pro Bowler, NFL All-Decade player. You can also catch him on Speak Monday through Fridays with his takes. He's the TV guy, says Deebo, 4:30 Eastern on FS1. My good friend, LeSean McCoy, how are you?
Hey, what's up? I can't believe you didn't have no faith that I would make it on time for you.
I did. Hamilton and I go, he will be here 100%. He will wake up, roll over, and get on the phone. And that's what you did. And I wasn't worried about it. Why are you and Deebo beefing? What's happening?
Nah, that's my guy. He's a funny dude. He texted me early this morning. Like, yo, it's Deebo. Look, and he put Deebo in all caps. Like, what? So I didn't hit him back. That's why he said, hit me up or answer when I call you.
What do you think he wanted to talk about?
you talk trash. I went to the Niners game 2 weeks ago. I was with Frank Gore, and we were in the locker room on the field, and everybody was cool, right? Here and there, Philadelphia talk. Deebo's the only one who was like, "What's up with them Eagles?" Like, you know what I mean? Messing around with me, but great personality. He's a hell of a player. He makes that offense go. I'm happy for him.
That's nice. He wouldn't say the same back to the Eagles. No, he's not a big fan. He likes AJ. That's about it. Listen, the Eagles lose to the Cowboys 2 weeks ago. You said you weren't worried about Jalen Hurts, but you were concerned or something, right? So he goes on the road. He throws 2 picks. He gets outplayed by a 6-7 Seahawks team with Drew Lock slinging the rock on him to JSN and company. Are we in the worried category?
I'm starting to get concerned. He doesn't look the same. And it's like, I think he's injured. Even when he runs, he looks a little shaky. And we're at a standstill right now where it's like, what do we do next? I thought the defense played fairly well, against a really good offense to that last drive. But then even on the offense, like, we have good moments and they have a setback. Have good moments and a setback. So I am nervous about my Eagles. I haven't seen us look like this in a long, long time. But I'm not really panicking yet. We lost, 3 straight games, which you don't want, but we're still one of the top teams in the NFL. It's got to find a way to get back clicking again, man. Get back playing Philadelphia football.
What did you make of, I don't know if you heard his comments there about the commitment to the team. I'd love your reaction to that because, he had 143 yards. He had 2 interceptions. You're saying he doesn't look the same, whether it's injury or not, and he's the one questioning his team's commitment. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, and one thing about Jalen, and when he speaks very well, like a true leader. You could tell he's a coach's son, right? But I didn't understand that. He said that we're all not basically locked in, and I don't know if that was like a team thing or a position or a person, coaches, and then even like the little joke of or sarcasm with the dictionary. Jalen's kind of always focused and serious. So him saying that, I don't know. I'm definitely, when I hang out with you, I'm going to make some calls to get my sources to see what's going on in the locker room.
I don't like it. And then we'll see LeSean McCoy is awake and the world has begun to spin. So we will check him out on FS1 on Speak to figure that out, which we love. Okay, so they've lost 3 straight. You are starting to worry. They dropped down to the 5 seed, Shady. It's been a struggle all year for this offense. You got Shane Steichen and the Colts. He's doing really well. We're talking coach of the year. Are we underreacting to how important he was to the success of Jalen Hurts, you think?
I think when a player is as good as Jalen Hurts, you think he can succeed in any offense and any game plan. And, I will say that I think we kind of miss him a little bit. One thing I will also bring up is when you watch a guy like Dak Prescott, guy like Brock Purdy, and you see the way they use him, I think with the Eagles, I think we're such a good offense with good players, with good offensive linemen and skill positions that we line up and play. When you watch the Bronco, or not, but watch Brock Purdy in the Niners, or you watch Dallas, there's tons of motions, right? There's tons of motions. There's tons of different formations. There's a lot of window dressing for the defense to defend. And I think that makes it a lot easier on the quarterback. I think Jalen Hurts is a hell of a quarterback. We can make it easier for him. And the other quarterbacks that having success in this league, like Dak Prescott. I mean, you see CeeDee Lamb everywhere on the field, right? And CeeDee and A.J. Brown they're really elite wide receivers. Brock Purdy, right? We just had Deebo on the call, on the interview, and he's everywhere on the field, in the backfield, wide receiver, doing screens, doing everything. Brandon Ayuk, you talk about McCaffrey. So they make it easier for the quarterback. I think that's one thing we're missing for the Eagles offense is give us some more window dressing and dress it up a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Christian McCaffrey on Manningcast last night, and he was just like easy as pie predicting the Eagles plays before they happen. So there's a lot of talk about it being stale, offensively predictable. It's kind of a red flag, and it's sort of circling the red flag, and the red light is on Brian Johnson.
Yeah. I mean, and then you think about all these elite teams, right? Like, I think Brock Purdy is a good quarterback. I wouldn't put him in that elite conversation yet. Yeah. He still has time to grow. But if you watch him, he's playing on an elite level. And it's the way that the offense is ran. There's so many times where he's just putting the ball, and he's an accurate quarterback, but putting the ball when there's so much space because the misdirection. Kyle Shanahan is one of the best offense coordinators in the game, and it makes it easier for his quarterback. So I just wish that we could kind of steal that. NFL is a copycat league. Let's copycat, take some of that bring it to Philadelphia, give it to Jalen Hurts.
Okay, but Brock Purdy has 17 touchdowns, my friend, to 2 interceptions over the last 6 games. That puts him, I mean, that's like insane. He passed Brady 07, undefeated Brady on the single season passer rater list. What does he have to do for you to put him in that elite world?
Yeah, I mean, he's young. I just got to see more. I won't even speak Brady with Brock, but I'll say this. Like, I'll give you an example. When they played the Eagles in Philadelphia, they smoked us, right? And if you really watch the game, he didn't throw not one pass over 17 yards. How do you do that and blow teams out, right? And that's a lot to Kyle Shanahan putting his players in position to win. There's so many times I was watching that game where you have so many different motions, and then you motion Kittle over. Kittle gets a wide open pass for 25 yards. 5-yard pass for 25. Like, small things like that. You throwing Deebo a 5-yard, dig route or a drag route. He takes it for 65 yards. Like, these are things I'm watching. You throw Deebo a screen for 1 yard, they go 60. So I get at the end when you look at the end of the game stats, you're going to see Brock Purdy, 300 yards, touchdowns. But when you watch the tape, they simplifying the game for him. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
We need that.
Okay. I'm more stuck on you. I think you kind of said something nice about Dak Prescott, which I've never heard you say. So you said something nice about okay. Ooh, with some growth.
No. But even Dak, I always thought Dak was like, I thought Dak was always above average quarterback. Like a good quarterback, above average. And this year, the last about 7 games, other than the Buffalo game, he's been playing elite level. He's been playing the best quarterback play we've seen all year. But when you really watch that game, like, they do so many different things on that offense. And a lot of shout out to Mike McCarthy with that. But it's just, I want to take that and bring it to Philadelphia, make it easier for Jalen Hurts. I mean, but then again, Dak Prescott going to show up. My boy came back to reality. He was all the way up here, and he came back to the Dak that I know.
I would just like your phone for a minute just to see your mentions after each Cowboys win and loss.
Oh, man.
We have to go.
Friends, teammates, family.
We have 30 seconds. We have 20 seconds left. In 20 seconds or less, should I not be worried about Andy Reid and the Chiefs? Are they going to fix it?
Yes, they will. I think a lot of it is just the experience in the wide receiver room. They've had the most drops out of every receiver group in the NFL. But you have Andy Reid, the best coach to ever coach the game, and you have Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback right now. So they'll figure it out.
Shady. He looks so frustrated.
Yeah. I mean, they've never been in a situation of 8-5 or 9-5. He's never been like that. They've always been like a winning team. And even like, I think with Patrick Mahomes, he's struggling he can't control everything. When I say that, he's throwing dots, ball in the hand, they dropped it, it's a pick. He can't control that, right? So, but he's that good that this is what I was telling everybody. If they put them in the playoffs, you don't want to see the Chiefs, struggling or not. You don't want to see them.
You don't know, but you also, I don't want to see Kadarius Toney out there. Like, why do we keep putting them in positions to be like, that show The Mole where somebody's like secretly trying to mess stuff up? Like, that's what Kadarius Toney is out there. Like, let's not give Andy. I know you like to give guys chances. Kareem Hunt fumbles, you keep him in there as rookie year, but maybe not put him in those positions to.